hopefully the lesson went well yesterday. We kind of decided to do every other day with the videos just because I couldn't get one done for every day. So yesterday was like a follow-up lesson on writing percent as proportions. And today is an introductory lesson on something called percent of change. So go ahead and label your notes. Not sure, you've probably been through your worksheet and all that already, like correcting that I mean. And so percent of change is going to be new vocabulary, I would assume, for most of you. So I'm going to give you a definition first. Based on the words, you can probably come up with the definition. So percent of change definition. I'm going to give you my definition, so not like a math textbook kind of definition. Mine is the percent by which something changes. That's it. The percent by which something changes. Let's say during your 6th grade year you grew a total of 2 inches. So you went from being 5 foot to being 5'2". So you grew by 2 inches, but that's a measurement definition. That's a measurement amount. So percentage-wise, it's what percent did you increase your height by, not how much did you. So there's a difference between those two things. I do have a formula for you. You're going to have to memorize this. I'll show it to you first, but I'm going to shorten it, so don't write the whole thing down. Here's the formula. Percent of change equals new amount minus original amount divided by original. So instead of writing out all the words, I just want you to write percent change equals new minus original divided by original. So in other words, in the numerator, it's the difference between the new and the original. So like if you grew 2 inches, this would be you grew 2 inches. That's the difference between what you are now and what you were. And then you would divide by what you were. So there's the formula. Let's go ahead and use that. These are some real easy ones. Tomorrow you'll look at some more like real life kinds of things. These, I'm just basically giving you the information just so you can get used to your formula. The original amount is 7 and the new amount is 12. So percent of change can either be an increase or a decrease. In this case, if the original was 7 and the new is 12, that had to go up to get from 7 to 12. It's like growing or aging or something increased. So what this is going to be called is a percent increase, because the original to the new went up. So it increased instead of decreased, percent increase. And the formula, I'm going to say percent change equals, and the formula says new minus original all divided by the original. So the new is 12, the original is 7. So I would do 12 minus 7, that's new minus original, divided by original. And then I got to figure out what this is and ended up with a percent. I got to make sure my answer is a percent. So numerator, 12 minus 7 is going to be 5 over 7. So that's a fractional answer, not a percent answer though. So you're going to need to use your calculator. We worked on this last week. You got to turn this into a decimal. I'm going to grab my calculator. And how you turn that into a decimal is simply 5 divided by 7. Make sure you write it in the right order. Numerator divided by denominator. So 5 divided by 7 is, I want you to do 2 decimal places. So if you look at your calculator, it's 0.7142857, blah, blah, blah. 2 decimal places would be 0.71. And if you remember the Dr. Pepper from the other day, if you have decimals and percents, if this is a decimal, I want to go to percent, that means I need to move my decimal right 2 places. So this is going to become a 71%, and then we're going to end that with either increase or decrease. So if it goes up, it's a 71% increase. 212, that's a 71% increase. Let's look at another one. This one's worded a little bit differently, but basically all the information is given to you straightforward. So we're going from 40 to 45. It went from 40 to 45. So in this case, this is the original, like the starting, and it went to 45, so this would be the new. So if it went from 40 to start and 45 to end, did that go up or did that go down? Hopefully you're saying up. So in the end, this is going to be a percent increase. It's a good idea to write that off to the side just so you don't forget in your answer that you need to write that. Okay, so let's find our percent change. Percent change is new minus original divided by original. So new minus original, so 45 minus 40, divided by original, which is 40. We'll simplify this. 45 minus 40 just leaves me with 5. So I have 5/40ths. Again, grab your calculator. I got to turn it out to fractional form, into decimal, into percent is how that will work. So 5 divided by 40 is, now you end up getting 0.125 on your calculator. But I told you to do 2 decimal places. So here's the second decimal place. That next number is a 5, which means that gets going to be rounded up to a 3. So I'm going to say 0.13. That gets rounded up. And to turn the decimal into a percent, we would move the decimal 2 places, and I would get a 13%, don't forget to label it with increase. 13% increase. Okay. I'm going to skip one. We're going to go on to this one. Original amount is 34. The new amount is 15. So go ahead and write that down. Pause the video if you need to. I'm not leaving much time today, so just pause it if you need. The original amount is 34. The new amount is 15. So from the original to the new, it went down, which is different than the other problems that we were looking at. It didn't increase in value, it decreased in value. So in the end, this is going to be a percent decrease. So let's use our formula. Percent change equals new minus original. So in this case, 15 subtract 34. All over the original, which is 34. So if you notice, 15 minus 34, we're actually going to get a negative number in the numerator. That's the reason for the decrease. We should expect to get a negative if we expected it to be a decrease. 15 subtract 34 is negative 19, over 34. Everybody should be reaching for their calculators. Negative 19 divided by 34 is, okay, so off to the side here, I'm going to write down what I got. I got negative 0.558, blah, blah, blah. I stopped at the 8 because we only need 3 decimal places in order to round to 2. So here's my second decimal place. The next digit is an 8, so that means this is going to go up to a 6. So over here, I'm going to write negative 0.56. So I went from fraction to decimal, and now decimal to percent. Dr. Pepper tells us, move to the right when moving it into a percent, so I get negative 56%. And this is a decrease. Now you technically don't have to have the negative in front of here, not if you write the word decrease. They mean the same thing. So this means go down 56%. Decrease also means go down 56%. So you can write one or the other or both, whichever one you want to. Okay, let's look at one more that has just some larger numbers. It's calculator work, so don't let that scare you at all. We're going to go from 475 to 152. So we're going from 475. That means that's the original. That's where we started at. And then we're going to go to 152. This is the new value that we ended up with. So we're starting with 475, we're ending with 152. 475 to 152 is a big drop. 152 is much less. So this is definitely going to be a percent decrease. And the percent at which it decreases is going to be new minus original. So 152 minus 475. And again, we thought it was a decrease, so it would make sense that we're subtracting the bigger one because it is going to be in the negatives. That's the decrease part. And we're going to divide by the original, which is 475. Okay, reach for your calculator. Make sure that you do this in a few steps. So only do the subtraction on this first step. 152 subtract 475 is negative 323 divided by 475. Okay, so just get the numerator simplified, then do your division and get the fraction into a decimal. So 323 divided by 475, negative 0.68. Now, this one doesn't need any rounding because your decimal is only 2 digits long. It is negative 0.68. That's it. So don't round that. Leave it just the way it is. If you go from a decimal to percent, you move your decimal 2 places, and we get negative 68%. And we decided that was going to be a decrease. So a double check for the decrease is that you should end up with a negative percentage. You should not put increase here if that's negative. That doesn't make any sense. The negative and the decrease should always match. Okay, well that's it for today. I'm going to give you the rest of the time to work on your homework. Make sure that you ask if you need help. Don't sit at your desk doing nothing. Okay, so in the video I can see words on my forehead. Can you see the words on my forehead? That's funny. Okay, here we go. Here's your homework. It is page 331. I want you to do numbers 2 through 18. Write your formula, show your work, make sure you write a percentage as your answer. Don't be skipping anything around. Put your notes right next to you, put your homework right on the other side, and make sure you're copying it down just the way you need to. Okay, well, have a great day. I will see you all later.